Hello everyone. Welcome to my step-by-step guide for beginners in crypto. Buying crypto can be a daunting and confusing task, but for the brave few who accept the challenge, there are untold surprises and riches that become available. This blog will be a guide on where to buy crypto, how to use it, and how to make money. I will also talk about the pitfalls and mistakes that plague this area, not financial advice, but I think by talking about my experiences, you can learn a lot. Before we go any further, I wanted to give a special shout out to our sponsor AmazingDiscountsCodes.com. They provide discounts for a lot of your favorite stores. So if you're shopping online, it would be good to check them out first. The main feature of the site right now is called Snap Delivered. They are a delivery service that's similar to Uber Eats or Grubhub, but they are cheaper and more cost-effective. They charge your favorite restaurants less money to do business, allowing the restaurants to charge you less. Drivers also get higher tips from this in a trickle-down effect. That means less time looking for higher tips and more hot food for you. If you are a driver or want to try it out, please use my code below. It's not an added charge to you, but I do get a small kickback for new people signing up. Thanks ahead of time. It's a free app, so no harm if you end up not using it. They are ramping up, so it's good to jump in early. Once again, thank you for sponsoring our video, AmazingDiscountCodes.com. Now back to the topic at hand. Let's get money. A wise man once said, "Smart people learn from their mistakes, but a wise man learns from others." That man is Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Hate him or love him, you can't deny that this statement is wise. Which type of crypto trader are you? I think it's important to speak about the different areas of crypto. When people say they are buying crypto, they are sometimes speaking about four different things. Beginner. People in this area just buy and hold. This type of crypto enthusiast is often looking to buy some random coins, maybe jump on a bandwagon and get rich by random chance. I would say a person in this area would be closest to someone that buys stocks just because they think one day it will be worth more than it is now. Middle. There are people that buy crypto and trade coins for each other. People in this area are similar to the first option. They buy coins, but they are a bit more hands-on. They swap the coins they believe are going down for coins they think are going up. This would be closest to a person that buys and sells different stocks. This person would not sit on a stock forever. Advanced, these people give their crypto to others in the way of investments and work to earn additional value in their crypto. This is the area where most people make large sums of money. It's also one of the more complex areas. Because it's so complex, I would have to give two similarities. Dealing in this area could be as simple as your bank giving you 1 to 2% a year to hold, all the way to investing in a startup and not knowing if you will get anything back. Expert folks in this area don't need to be looking at this guide. People in this area are masters of their craft. People here do complex tasks such as validating crypto transactions, using trading bots, programming their own coins using Solidity. Some also deal with making and trading NFTs. By the way, NFTs are more than pictures online. You can actually make money from them, and I don't mean by selling it. Basically, by having some NFTs, the contract will send your wallet money. Now doesn't that sound better than a photo of an ape, doesn't it? Based on my descriptions, you should be able to determine which crypto investor you are and decide what you want to be. There should be some timestamps on the video in case you need to jump around or ahead. Now, as I said before, a person that is aiming for this area normally has a low risk tolerance. While this tends to be the safest area in crypto, it still has risk. So it would be a disservice for me not to say the good old crypto credo. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. You may be wondering, how much should you spend on crypto? Can you really spend $1 and end up a millionaire? Well, it's possible, but not probable. A lot of people get into crypto because of the gambler in them. I wouldn't say that's all that wrong. Crypto is a bit of a gamble. No one can fully predict the market, and I would argue you stand a lot better shot of buying random crypto over scratch-off tickets. A lot of people got pulled into crypto by articles or stories like the one shown on screen. The potential dream of spending less at a solo dinner movie out and becoming a millionaire. As the article states, a crypto trader bought $17 of Shiba Inu in October 2020. 6 months later, this person had made $6.5 million. It's the stuff of dreams. No doubt stories like this are why more than 1 million people are holding Shiba Inu today. Heck, not everyone can invest a lot into cryptocurrencies, but $17 is a no-brainer, right? Similar stories are often spoken about Bitcoin. If only you bought it in 2008. There's just one problem. Those big pumps have come and gone. I'm not saying you can't get lucky and blow up overnight, but I am saying you shouldn't jump in expecting to be rich within the next week. Instead, don't spend more than you can lose. One thing I didn't talk about in my blog is that one of the best and worst ways to find pumps early is to join crypto Twitter. Set up your feed so it shows you new posts by emerging projects and coins. Sometimes it's bad, as this is the easiest way for scammers to spread their message as well. I think this info falls under a more middle-of-the-road trader, but I wanted to bring it up. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Similarly to a startup company, you have to get in early and see the vision before it becomes popular. You of course don't have to do this, but if you're trying to get your wallet to grow exponentially, you have to take some chances. Otherwise, just pick some blue chip coins and ride it out. When it comes down to how much you should spend on crypto, unfortunately, I don't have an answer to that. That is something you have to decide. I would recommend that you look at habits that you may already have, things like buying lotto tickets or fast food, maybe something like smoking. Either way, it's often recommended that you DCA in or dollar cost average in. Some of those habits can be converted to something that's saving you money instead of spending it. Since crypto fluctuates, you will often end up saving money by putting in little amounts of money at a time versus putting it all in at once. Buying on the lows and waiting on the highs. At the end of the day, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. The quickest way to destroy your crypto journey is by panic selling or selling because you need the money for a bill. There are lots of reasons crypto fluctuates, but in general, it boils down to supply and demand. The more in demand something is, usually the higher the price goes. A lot of people look at this one factor as a main reason crypto will explode once the masses jump on board. Most cryptos have a defined amount of coins, and unlike the American dollar, more cannot be made. That is not true of every crypto, so it's something for you to look into when picking what to buy. Most coins can be classified into two categories. Inflationary, more coins can be minted/made, essentially driving down the price by increasing supply. Deflationary means no additional coins will be minted and the supply infinite. There are also burn mechanics in some crypto projects. They will literally destroy money. It has the opposite effect of the gov printing more money. Once supply is burned, it makes the remaining more scarce, and that normally raises the price. Prices can also go down for quite a few reasons. I will speak about a few. One of the main reasons a price goes down is because people are selling the coin. There are lots of reasons they may be selling, like swapping to a different coin, paying a bill or tax, maybe even moving from one chain to another, sending money, often called fiat, back to their bank account, but ultimately any selling that happens negatively affects the price. One thing to note here is that smaller wallets/transactions don't move enough volume to really affect a price. It normally correlates to the overall group and sentiment of a community. Well, that or a whale. A whale is someone that has a lot of money in a protocol, or better said, has a large portion of the circulating supply. As you can imagine, let's say there are 100 tokens available for XYZ protocol and the coin's called XYZ coin. If you happen to own 30 coins and I have 50 coins, then 80% of the total supply is being used. Because of supply and demand, the price should be close to its all-time highs. Now if I decide I want to buy something else, I can transfer those funds to my bank account and essentially dump those coins. That would be catastrophic to any coin having that much be sold at one time. If you ever become a whale, I can tell you, it's a lot easier on the protocol to DCA out. Setting up a scenario where people have a chance to buy the coins that you have sold. Also think of a scenario where I only sold 25 or 40 coins and I still had some left. In one scenario, I completely wrecked the value of my remaining coins and potentially wrecked the entire protocol. On the other, I take more risk, or maybe someone else selling it all, but set up a scenario where the protocol or coin can keep its value and perhaps even grow in the future. That's not that important to folks starting out, but it's important to know. This is hard to answer. No crypto project can guarantee you results, or most that do are scams. I think that's true about just about anything you invest in. The difference is, the S&P 500 or Fundrise have a history of making returns. Crypto as a whole is new to most of the world, and most new projects don't have a real track record. In fact, a project that has survived a year is rare, and make them an OG project. If crypto sounds like too much risk, might I recommend investing in the S&P 500? Below in the comments, I have provided a Fidelity link. If you like the world of real estate, but don't want to deal with buying and selling, then Fundrise would be the better option for you to check out. They essentially allow you to own a share of real estate without tying you to any one property. You don't have to manage it or pay for repairs. There is a link under this video in case you want to try out Fundrise. Ultimately, depending on how you look at it, crypto is educated gambling. You win some and you lose some, but if you play your cards right, you can win a lot. By now you're probably ready to get started, so let's talk about that. You don't have to do everything, but I want to give a quick rundown of some best practices. You need to get or have a bank account. There are some ATMs and ways around this, but the easiest path is to have a bank account. I would recommend you use your debit account over a credit card because of potential fees. In some scenarios, you can use things like PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal already, my link is below the video. In case you didn't know, PayPal can act like a buffer between your bank account and the business/organizations you're dealing with. When it comes to crypto, you can't go to your bank and say, "Hi sir, can you convert this from $100 to $100 of Bitcoin?" One day this might be different as adoption, and some crypto projects are working to become the first to bridge the gap between mainstream and crypto. Currently, that's not the case. There are a lot of ways to do this, but the three I started with are Coinbase, Binance, and Crypto.com. I would recommend you sign up for all three, as they are competitors, and as we all know, that means some do things better than the others, and as they compete, you win. You don't have to sign up for all three, but I found it beneficial, especially as I began to learn more about crypto and all the things these platforms offer. All of these are very similar. You will need to make a login and tie it to an email. After you go through the basic setup info, you will almost be ready to go. One thing that's important to note is that you have to KYC yourself. I'm not 100% sure, but I think legit financial organizations have to follow a Know Your Customer (KYC) procedures before they can do business with you. That means you will have to upload some documents, license, mail, passport, etc., to get fully approved. This process might take up to 48 hours. For me, it was closer to 8. Once that's approved, you will be able to log in and you should be ready to go. But start with step 1, use my links to sign up for them. They will be in the comments below. marked as brokerage accounts. I will get a small incentive from the companies, and I thank you in advance. Once you get some coins in your portfolio, I think it's important to know you can send and receive coins. I won't go into much detail, as that really is more of a middle-tier thing, but it's important to know you can get coins from friends and you can send them as well. This is an example of the Binance dashboard on PC. You can see it's very easy to use. Top right has the main three options: buy, withdraw, and deposit. If you click into them, it gives you all the coins you can interact with. Same for all three options. If you are on deposit, you can scroll down and utilize either the code, which can be scanned, or you can copy the address and send it to a friend that way. At this point, you know all the basic. Only thing left to do is to withdraw some coins and send it back to your bank account after you have made some money. Spend some time messing around with the dashboards and get used to them. They are all very similar between the three links I provided, but all are better at different things, but I think that will be something for the next video. Small bonus info for you. Coinbase has some free training that will teach you about certain coins and help you to understand all the things crypto is being used at. As I was saying before, it's not just some random internet money. If you pass these easy quizzes, they will give you free crypto. You can also take them as many times as it takes you to pass it, and they are multiple choice. Basically free money. Highly recommend. Have any questions or comments? Please let me know. If you're still here, do me a favor. In the comments, let me know what's your favorite day of the week.